Hey internet, so full disclosure, I stopped paying much attention after the first drive in the second half of this game. The game was over after the Cook's deep touchdown. Honestly, I wish I stopped watching sooner. Anything after that point I consider useless, and I was barely paying attention, flipping between games. There is nothing to learn from that blowout. The defense played soft, and the offense was forced to throw on every play. A terrible game through and through. The Raiders had a game in Mexico City and might as well have not shown up. Anyway, let's go to the notes and observations. One play doesn't necessarily win or lose the game, but it sure changed things. You know exactly the play I'm talking about. Seth Roberts caught the ball near the goal line for what would have been first and goal. Then, for some stupid reason, he didn't secure the ball, leaves it out there, and it becomes a fumble. The score should have been 14-7 at halftime, but instead, the game was over before the offense even had the ball again. Such a dumb play that changed everything. The drops by the Raiders receivers are becoming a huge problem. It's not just Cooper now, it's spreading to the others. Imagine how different this game would have been had they hung on to the ball. It'd be one thing if it was bad throws or tough catches, but these are just silly. The ball hits them in both hands, right between the numbers, and then it's dropped. This has been a recurring problem, and it's still not fixed. There were two positives though. Marshawn Lynch and the running game were rolling. They got plenty of yards early and often, and he looks like beast mode. He was plowing through the defense. The problem was, the game got out of hand entirely in the second half. They couldn't keep it going and control the clock. It looks like the running game is going again, but it might be too late to save their season. The offensive line looks like the offensive line from last year. Derek Carr was only sacked once and had plenty of drop back opportunities since the Raiders were getting blown out. Even before that, they were able to open up holes in the running game. The Patriots aren't exactly good at stopping the run or creating pressure, but it's something. Sadly, the season might already be over. Now for the defense. We need to fire Ken Norton Jr. I've said it for a long time now, and what is the reason we keep him around? He's had a bye week to prepare to face the Patriots and didn't really do anything. As expected, Brady had his way and Norton was overmatched in every fashion. He just doesn't get the team to produce in any way. The defense is awful, and I'm just looking at the stats. From a pure talent perspective, the Raiders should at least be better than teams like these Texans or the Jets. Instead, Norton does his best to fail. For the biggest thing on defense, they show no pride and play with no energy. Defense is about emotion and passion. The Raiders play with none of it. Even before they were getting blown out, this team shows no energy. They want somebody else to make the play. I don't know what's causing the lack of overall effort. It's like they just don't care. This is their job, and they are far too talented to be consistently this bad. There needs to be something done to send a message and light a fire in them. Tom Brady did as Tom Brady does. He knew the defense and knew exactly what plays he wanted, and it was a glorified practice for him. But the problem isn't so much that compared to what every other offense has done. They made Jay Cutler look like Tom Brady. I have no doubt that Brock Osweiler will be able to do the same next week. Here is my game plan. We are going to blitz 5 guys through the A and B gap and have the tallest players standing at the line of scrimmage trying to knock down the ball. Honestly, it can't be any worse than what was on the field on Sunday. Reggie Nelson needs to be replaced. We saw it last year, but it's extremely obvious this year. He's just too slow to keep up. Safety is all about being deeper than the deepest, and the receivers blow by him consistently. Maybe replacing him will be the message that we need. I personally want Luani or Obi Melifonwu replacing him, but it doesn't matter. He is awful, and it can't get any worse. Brady and Cooks wanted to work on the deep ball connection, and they were given plenty of chances thanks to Reggie Nelson. At least they slowed down Gronk. I'm reaching to find something positive for the defense. I have no doubt that had the game been close, Gronk would have had a big day. I don't know. I'm just looking for something. He's finished with 3 catches for 36 yards, which is fantastic compared to what he could have done. I'm just going to pretend that the Raiders did something to make it happen. I'm done ranting about the horrible defense. You get the message. I don't want to sound too hopeful, but somehow the Raiders are just one game behind for the 6th wildcard slot. There's no question the Raiders don't deserve to be thinking playoffs in any way. Also, the Chiefs lost, so somehow the Raiders are 2 games back in the division while holding the current tiebreaker. The Raiders have been awful this season, but they are not alone. They don't hold any tiebreakers for the wildcard and need to win out. They need to reel off wins and, to quote Aaron Rodgers, run the table.